Hey everybody, Corey here, coming at you with another knife video, and today we've got a subject that's actually really near and dear to my heart, and I got inspired to make a video about it because of the knife that you're looking at on the table. What you are seeing here is the WE Knife Company Chimera. This knife came out about 4 years ago, and it was one of my original grails. This is one of those knives, it was like literally back when I first started collecting, and it like blew my mind that anyone would spend more than $200 on a pocket knife. But this is one of the ones where I just started getting into the hobby, and I found WE knives, and I was like, holy crap, like that is the end game. You know, obviously times have changed for me, but this design right here, oh, it brings a lot of questions to the table, and there's only one knife manufacturer that I really want to call out here, and that is WE Knife Co. What you're looking at here is an example of almost everything that they used to do. Now, not everything that they used to do was this exotic. It wasn't this busy, right? Even look at that blade. Oh my God. Clip point craziness, fuller. This is a gorgeous knife, and almost everything that we used to do had something very interesting going on with it. Even their plain models had some kind of pizzazz. I mean, look at the ano on this thing. Look at the finish on this thing. This used to be like essentially like a WE exclusive. Like this used to be the thing that they put on their knives, and these used to be the designs. Look at the milling, and we're going to go over some of the small details on this thing, but this isn't a review of the WE Knives Chimera. This is a plea to WE Knife Company, okay? WE Knife Company used to be the ones who were leading the charge when it came to crazy designs and innovation and all kinds of things in that realm, and they just don't anymore. WE Knife Company has become the company that gives you a Civivi Elementum with S35VN and titanium scales. And if you look at, go right now, go to WE Knife Company's website and look at their discontinued models, and you will see stuff like this all over the place. Beautiful knives with beautiful complicated designs, and they're all dead and gone. It's such a shame, and I wanna point out some of the things on this knife. First of all, let's look at the pocket clip. We're not going to talk about practicality here. Just look at the pocket clip. We've got milling. We've got a unique design. We've got a unique shape specific to this knife. This is back when they would put a different pocket clip on every knife, and the pocket clip would be cohesive. Look at the rounded edges on the back of this handle, not chamfered, rounded, actually rounded. You have no idea how comfortable that is. Look at this back spacer. Look at the floating, almost full spine back spacer with machining and milling and a lanyard hole cut out in the back of it. It's gorgeous. When do you even, what, we get like standoffs now, or we get a dinky little back spacer that goes up to here? Look, okay, even stuff like this, these dots, I get it. They're not doing anything, but they're interesting. There's something else. These cutouts on the lock bar, it's interesting. It's something else. Look at the concave domed pivot, and look at the little milling marks in that pivot. Look at the milling, which this is all intentional, by the way. If you think this is like machine marks from the process, you're wrong. Look at the milling on the edges of this knife. Look at the chamfering on the flipper tab. Look at the chamfering on the blade, right? Because that might be, if you decide to choke up, that might be where you put your thumb. So they chamfered it. And oh, look at the chamfering on the first half of the finger choil. Why? Because guess what? If you choke up on the finger choil, that's where you're going to put your finger. Look at that micro milling again. Look at it. Look at these tiny, tiny ridges, which are completely deliberate. The little marks in the blade. And some things like this, right? You look at things like this and you're like, that's stupid. I don't like it. But it's about what they used to do. This is money. This is programming. This is thought. This is design. This is the stuff. It might have made you raise an eyebrow sometimes, but it's what made you go, huh, that's different. Look at this, right? This is called the Chimera. If you're familiar with the Chimera, we're not going to get into that, but it's like a mythical creature. This is like a Chimera tore up the knife, and these are claw marks. Look at that. Look at the beautiful milling, how it trails off. It's not just a right? Just not just a line in the knife. It trails off and comes to a point like it's a claw. Look at the tears. Look at the micro milling all the way down that entire chamfer. There's milling on the inside. Look at this blade. Look at the finish on this blade, right? Like, I get it. I'm walking you through the knife, and it is what it is. And if this isn't your taste, you're missing the point. This video isn't about how cool this knife is and how you should like a knife like this. This video is about what used to be. It's a video about what these very unique designers used to do, these very unique manufacturers used to do. This is an in-house design. Where did this go? Where did this stuff go? Now go look at the WE website now at the models that are in production. They're so vanilla you can taste it. It's ridiculous. I could only dream of WE coming out with more stuff like this these days. They used to have this integral called the Draken. And it was like $300, but it was an integral, dude. WE was making integrals. And now they just don't. Now it's just sandwich, standoff, plain old designs. And oh, by the way, you know, God, look at that gravity shut action. This is the king. This is the pinnacle of what WE Knife Co. used to be. And now they just crank out upgraded Elementums. WE, if you are listening to this, please be the people who do this. Be the people who take chances on this. This is so cool. In the finishing touches and the design choices, it's stuff that you would only see on the higher end stuff out there these days. This is ridiculous. Everything about this, the fit and finish, the design choices, the uniqueness. Yeah, this might not be for everyone, but holy crap, does it scream unique. And at the end of the day, do you want your 14th Elementum or do you want a Chimera? Because I would say this is way cooler, whether it's your taste or not. WE, please get back to your roots. And you know what? While we're here, everybody else can too. You know, I know everybody else didn't necessarily start here, but guys, every knife manufacturer out there, crank out one of these a year. Write something that's just so interesting. People just have to talk about it, right? God, I miss these days. This knife got me more excited than any knife I've seen this year in 2022, and it's 4 years old. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time.